In case you don't know, I'm Ricki,
I'm Jake.
and you're listening to 20 Somethings Doing Nothing. Why are you staring at me like such a weirdo?
I think I glitched for you for a second.
Yeah, the internet is horrible tonight. I don't know if it's my internet or your internet or whose internet, but it's terrible.
It's definitely mine. You know why? Optimum. I blame all of life's problems on Optimum.
I guess that's one way of dealing with life's problems.
They're the worst in every way.
So this is not a commercial for Optimum.
Yes, definitely we're getting paid by. Oh, do you know, speaking of getting paid, did that woman from the movie company ever respond to us?
No,
We were going to do something. We can't even get free sponsors.
we can't get free fucking sponsors to actually
Uh,
do anything with us.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. You know what? I think your audio is coming from your computer.
Is it?
Yes, it definitely is. There we go.
There it is.
Now
Zoom
you
is
sound normal.
stupid. Maybe it's, oh, do you think it's because I plugged in my microphone after I started the Zoom?
Probably.
Does that make a difference? That might be why.
Yeah.
Weird. I'm
Zoom
still
should
learning
just have
shit.
their shit together.
Yeah, well, I should also have my shit together, and I clearly don't. I looked at my
Well-
computer and I looked at my settings, and it said that it was going through my microphone. Didn't think to check the Zoom settings, but here we are now, learning together and thriving and surviving.
It only took me like 5 minutes to pick up on that.
Yeah, you're the worst. We were talking before we even started the actual Zoom. You could have told me.
I was like, this sounds kind of funky. And I was like, oh, that's why.
You are a little funky.
Yes. I smell a little funky. Luckily, nobody can smell me. right now.
Ew. What is your problem? Go shower.
Sweating. I showered today already.
Okay.
I showered in the middle
Oh.
of the day today.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
strange. What do you typically do? Are you a night shower or a day, like morning shower?
Night, all the time.
Me
Only night.
too.
Yeah.
Except now that I don't have a job, I've been doing day showers, and it's really weird
Well, why are you normally a night shower?
because I would have to wake up so early in the morning that I wouldn't want to actually add more shit for me to do in the morning other than just rolling out of bed and throwing clothes on.
So that's one of my reasons, but also I like getting into my bed clean.
That makes sense.
'Cause
Especially
I only
because
wash my sheets like once a year.
that's why I was just about to say.
I'm just
Makes
kidding, by the way.
sense.
It's more than once a year.
You wash your comforter once a year.
Yeah, twice a year.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
You're a filthy man.
I'm a
Not-
filthy animal.
Not in the way that like people think is cute, like disgusting. You're just
Well, that
flat out
too.
gross. You're gross.
Disgusting and disgusting. No, I showered in the middle of the day today because I was like so frustrated with work that I was like, maybe I'll shower. It didn't
Mm,
help.
You had to release some energy.
Yeah, it didn't really work. But I tried, it's like whatever works while you're stuck inside all day.
Well, I applaud you for at least giving it some effort. It's also
Thanks.
so funny to hear someone complain about work when I have no work to complain about. And instead, I can complain about the fact that I don't know what I'm doing with my life or where anything's going. And I'm confused beyond belief.
I feel like I need wine for this conversation.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't already have wine ready.
I know.
Do
So what are
feel
you
like
thinking?
You can give better advice when you're drinking wine?
I just feel like I'm a better human when I'm drinking wine.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah.
Okay, back to what you asked me. What did you ask me?
I said, what are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking a lot of things. A lot of things that are very confusing things. Since I
Well,
lost my job, I just don't know what to do with myself.
Right. So what's your like history of jobs? I guess let's start with that. Like, what have you done your whole life?
Do you want from the very start?
No, like since you've been like a real adult.
Like an actual adult. Okay.
Yeah.
I was a writer and an editor for a prep service for 5 years. I was also a waitress for about 5 years in my adult life and my professional life because I always had more than one job. And I was a secretary at one point. I was a stream listener, which isn't a real job title. It's
Can you
kind of made up.
explain what you did during that job?
Yes. So
Because it's so crazy.
I would sit and I would listen to the radio all day. So I listened to all iHeart channels all day long. and I would have to listen for specific things. Like anytime the app, I would listen through the app or through an actual, like through the website, through Safari, through Firefox, through all different kinds of web applications so that I could see anytime it glitched. I would have to see how many promos run during a certain period of time. I would have to I feel like there's one other thing that was like my main job. And I can't remember what it was now. But basically I just listened to the radio all day to see if anything fucked up.
So they would literally pay you to sit there and listen.
Yeah. Exactly. And then towards the end, they tried to make us not only listen to the radio and do things like that, but we would have to answer people who are having problems with the app. So we would have to do customer service for the iHeart app, which was a headache and a half. I hated that shit so much because people were so mean.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck you and your app. It never works on my phone. This and that. And I would have to respond being like, I totally understand your frustration. Did you try this? And then they
You're
would
like,
typically try it and they'd be like, oh, it works fine now.
you're like, I know. I listen to it all day. I get your frustration.
That's why they wanted us to be the people that answered it, because we were the ones that are interacting with it the most.
That kind of makes sense, actually.
We would understand how to answer a lot of the problems that were happening. It's just that people are so fucking rude and nasty that it was like the worst part of the job. I loved listening to the radio all day though.
Yeah, I mean, I do it now while I'm working.
Is that what you listen to, the radio, or do you listen to just regular Spotify?
No, I listen to Spotify.
Yeah, you're a fucking liar.
No, I mean, like, I listen to things.
Okay, not the radio. That's an entirely different situation.
Yeah, I don't listen to radio.
You're the
Actually, although
worst.
now I do. No, I still don't. I lied.
You're the reason why I don't have a job,
Yeah.
because people
Okay,
are
so then
listening
you were
to the
a
radio.
stream listener. And then what were you doing after stream listening?
What
That's
was
such a
I
weird
doing
job.
after Streamless? Oh, I was still working as an editor for the prep service. I did that for 5 years, and that was always my second job along with whatever other job I was doing at the time.
Wait, but that was like a night shift, wasn't it?
Yeah, so I had a day job and a night job for like 5 years.
And then what?
And then I got my job at Zach Sang.
And then you lost it.
Yeah, now I don't know what to do with myself.
So you went from having like multiple jobs at one time to having one job that you really wanted to now having no job.
Yes.
And how's that been?
Not good.
Yeah.
Well, for one, I always had more than one job my entire life. Even when I was in high school and when I was in college, I always worked more than one job. Always. Because I never really knew if I was going to have enough money unless I had both jobs. So I would always work 2 jobs. So when I got the job with Zach Sang, I was like, oh, awesome. I'm going to have just one job. This is amazing. I haven't been able to have one job since I was 16. And then I kind of regret it now because I wish I had
regret what?
having only one job and not finding another job on top of it.
Yeah, but you didn't have time to find another job.
No, I didn't, but I should have made time to so that I had something else that I was doing.
Right, there's always time. It's just you make time.
Yeah.
We say that all the time, and it's so true.
And I
But
didn't make
at some
time
po-
because I didn't want to make time. I wanted to
Right.
just have one job for once in my life.
Right, which is fine. And there's at some point you're just so exhausted that it's almost not worth it to make the time.
Oh yeah, I had
Because
stretched
you make time
myself
for
so
something
thin
else.
when I had more than one job. Like I was not sleeping well. I was not healthy. I was not okay at all. But I was happy because I was doing something all the time. I'm the kind of person that always has to be doing something.
You're like, I was not healthy, but I was very happy.
Yeah. Because mentally I was happy. Physically, I was not healthy.
Oh, got you.
Like physically, I should have slept more. I should have paid more attention to my health, especially because I have Lyme and arthritis. I can't just not freaking sleep. That's horrible for me.
Right.
But mentally, I love to be constantly doing something. So I was happy mentally and I felt healthy mentally. Whereas now I sleep more and I feel more physically healthy, but mentally I'm very unhappy.
Well, what do you want to do?
Radio
Were
is
you
all
even
I've ever
happy
wanted to do.
doing your job that you were doing?
All I've ever wanted to do was radio. It's the only thing that I've ever felt serious about.
Right.
And it's the only thing that I've worked towards forever, really. So I don't know what else to do. But my industry is shit right now. And I don't see myself getting another radio job anytime soon. So I'm at this crossroads where it's like, do I give up on my dream that I've wanted for so long to go chase after something else and kind of make that my new dream? Or do I hold on to this dream and just find something to do for now and hope that it's actually not that long?
Well, what do you love about radio?
I love connecting with people. I'm actually good at talking. That's one of the very few things that I'm good at. And I love interviews. One of my favorite things that I did at Zach was interviewing. I like to talk to people and figure out why they are the way that they are, why they wrote the song that they wrote, why they're doing the movie that they're doing, or whatever it may be, or like what their life was like beforehand, all of those things. But I can't really do that right now.
I feel like what you described, you can do so many things other
Like what?
than radio. I don't know.
You just said I could do so many things other than radio, and you don't know
You
what
like
I do.
connecting with people, you like talking, and you like interviewing people.
And I'm not going back to school. I'm gonna tell you that right now
No,
because I'm
fuck
still
that.
paying
I would
for
not
school.
tell you to do that. Oh God, I will never go back to school.
I would if somebody else paid for it. I love school. School is amazing. I'm such a nerd.
I'm trying to. I don't know. I feel like there's so many things that you could do. I just don't know what they are.
Okay, me neither.
My brain first goes to something where you're like helping people, where you're like something with children. How do you feel about children?
I'm not working with children. I love children, but I
All
was
right.
a nanny at one point, and I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of fucking devil children out there. A lot of straight up menaces.
Know. I'm sure you've been thinking about this for a long time. Have you thought of anything and you're like, maybe I should do that?
Not really. And that's why I'm having a serious career crisis right now where I don't know what else I want to do. And I also don't know if that's just because I'm being stubborn and I won't let myself really find anything else that I want to do. When you work so hard for one thing and you put everything into that one thing, it's hard to then be like, all right, I got to pivot everything. How am I going to like change this into something else and into a new dream? So I'm being very stubborn right now where I don't necessarily want to do just anything. I want to do something that's going to genuinely make me happy, and it needs to make me just as happy as radio did or happier. And I just don't know what that is because I've never thought of anything else. I've literally never thought of anything else. You've been with me through my whole journey of trying to find an on-air gig. It wasn't easy. It took me years. But I wouldn't stop because I didn't want to do anything else.
I think we're also, I mean, I'm in a different mindset, obviously, because I left the radio world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was in it for 4 years plus 2 years of interning. And then I was so happy. It was the most fun job I've ever had in my entire life. It was also it was my first real job. So that was like interesting that it was so much fun as a first real job. But then it just came to a point where it just wasn't worth it for me anymore. And then I left to go into the wine world, and now I create content for a wine company, right? And I'm like, does this like tickle my fancy? Where I'm like, oh yes, I just fucking love making wine content. I like my job, but it's not the same, and there's something about radio that it just grabs you in, and it just fucking cuddles you so hard, right? It's like,
oh, that's cute.
It's like that boyfriend or your girlfriend that you just don't want to let go. They're like, oh, I have to go home. You're like, please don't go home. Like, I'm really having a good time, right? That's radio, but isn't necessarily gonna stick around for you.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
that I'm struggling with now. And I say this to people all the time where I'm like, you can love radio and it doesn't mean that radio loves you back. So like you can put everything into it and get nothing in return. in the
But
end.
here's my argument for why I would totally support you going to a different. You can still do what you want and do it in the entertainment world or whatever that means, and not it be radio. Because I was just saying, even like I used to work in radio. When's the last time I listened to radio? I have no fucking idea. Right? Like, who of my friends listens to the radio? I don't know. And the people that listen to the radio the most, I feel like, are older people in my life. And I'm like, well, they're not going to be the ones. They're obviously they're going to be around a lot, but like they're not going to be around forever. And then like, what does that mean? And it's like, what is radio evolving into now? And I just feel like if most people in my life aren't listening to the radio, that's not good, right? Like, why do you want to continue doing something that people are not continuing doing?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think radio is ever going to actually die.
Right.
Because, for one, it's the only free medium that we have. You don't have to pay for radio. You get in your car and it's free.
What about YouTube? You don't pay for YouTube.
I guess to an extent, yeah, you don't pay for YouTube. But I've never liked the idea of being on camera necessarily. I'll do it for interviews and things like that, but I don't like the idea of like being in front of a camera and creating content of like just me being like, hey, today I'm going to tell you the kind of shorts I like. And it's like, okay, why the fuck should anybody care about that? I don't
I'm
connect
curious.
with that personally. You're not curious, you liar. I've never connected with that. And I've also never been good at doing things solo in that respect. Like doing a show by myself. I don't like doing shows by myself. That's why I stuck with doing morning radio until I went to Zach, and that just happened to be a night show that had more than one person on it, which is very rare, few and far between. But I riff off other people. I connect with other people and make better content that way, as opposed to just doing it by myself. Because everyone's first thing is, why don't you just do a YouTube channel? And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck my YouTube channel would be about.
First of all, getting into the YouTube world right now is just, it's like a needle in a haystack trying to do anything on there.
Everyone's doing it.
But what if you do something on camera that's not just you?
Like what?
I want to say YouTube, but not YouTube. Some sort of content where it's you and another human, like you and another female doing some sort of online content.
Maybe, but I don't know what that online content would be, and I don't know what who I would pick or what I would want to do for it. Like which is not completely out of the question. It's just like really figuring out what it is that I want to do, though. Because if I'm going to do something like that, I got to go all in. I got to really want to do it. Otherwise, it's a waste of time. And I don't know if that's really what I want to do. I don't know what I want to do. I'm having a serious crisis.
So what are you doing right now then?
Nothing.
Right.
I'm doing nothing right now.
So what's more of a waste of time?
I guess doing nothing, but I don't even know what the something is that I would do to put my time into.
Right.
I just don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know what it is that I want.
I feel like you just got to start trying shit. I feel like you should find somebody. Yeah, I don't know. Every week you do something different until you find something that you're like, wow, that was really fun. Let's do that again. You like find somebody online somewhere that is in your position, because you know there's a shitload of them. People that got fired from radio, right? I just talked to another one of my friends who got fired from her radio job.
Oh,
Actually, I feel like you guys would be good together. I'm going to write this down to connect you with her.
Got to write it down in your black book. Otherwise, you're going to forget that it's even a thing that you have to do.
In my black book.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm having a little mini crisis.
I think you just need to start doing shit. Like each week you pick one new thing. You're like, I'm going to try this week.
But how can I do that without knowing
You've got everything you need?
But how do you know if you're really going to like it if you just do it once?
Right. That's kind of counterproductive if you just do it once. I don't know. Maybe you do it once and then you love it after one time. It's like going on first dates. Didn't you know after you went on a first date with AJ that you were really into him?
No, it wasn't until like the third or fourth date.
Ugh. Okay, maybe. I don't know. There's got to be something.
Argument.
I keep saying there's got to be something, and that's not helping.
No, it's not helpful at all.
But doing nothing is not helpful.
Everyone has the same thought process that you have, where it's like, okay, radio's dying, do something else. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want to put my time towards. I don't know what I want to like focus on. I genuinely don't know. So it's just like I'm going through this mini crisis. That was part of the reason why I went on the road trip with Carla Marie and Anthony, because I was like, I don't know what to do with myself right now. And obviously, I'm a little sad about it. And I'm still sad about it because I don't know what I'm going to do next. And I don't know if it's going to be radio or not. And I did put a lot of time and effort and mental strain and physical pain to get to what I got to. And I just was hoping for more. It was all up from there is the way that I looked at it. Was it's only up from here. And instead it all came crashing down. And I'm still just trying to cope with it. And I don't know how to. Other than like telling myself to get over it and figure something else out. But I don't know what it is that I want to do.
The only way you're going to figure that out is by trying things. Because I don't think one day it's just going to hit you. You're going to be like, shit, I want to be a fucking graphic designer.
I want you to pick the top 5 things that you think I would be good at.
Okay, I like this.
And if you pick 5 things that you think I will be good at, I will try all 5 things and let you know how I feel about each one of them.
Will you actually?
I will actually really do it. If you really sit down and think about the 5 things and you have to give me a reason why. You can't just be like, I think you should be a congresswoman. Yeah, no, like you need to literally give me a reason why. Like, I think you should do this because I think you're really great at this one thing or whatever it may be. Or you really love this, so you should do this show.
This is so great.
So I will say,
you know why this is so great?
Why?
Sorry, what were you going to say?
You're making me nervous. I was going to say that you have to give me the legitimate reasons. And if I don't agree, though, with those reasons, I'm not doing it. Like, if you give me a bullshit reason, it's within reason, obviously. So, like, if you give me a bullshit reason, I'm like, Jake, that's a bullshit reason. And you go, okay, you're kind of right. That is a bullshit reason, but I just think you should do it. That's one thing.
Okay.
But if you give me a legitimate reason, I'm just like, no, I just don't want to do it. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Okay. I'm going to put actually a lot of thought into this and like consult other people.
Who else are you going to consult?
It doesn't matter. But I'm serious. This is such a good idea. Because this is not only a good idea because it's going to force you to try things, but you're going to document the process.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in your shoes, whether they got fired from a job they hate or they're in the radio world and they got fired from that, or they just hate the job that they're in right now, right? There's a lot of people that are in your shoes right now, like in your exact shoes where they just feel lost and they don't know what the fuck to do. And this is so cool that you're willing to do this because 5 things, right? You could do this in a week. You do one a day for 5 days. You spend 8 hours a day. It's like a normal like a normal work week.
Yeah.
This could be 1 week of your life.
5 things. I'll do all 5.
I love it.
Because I don't want to be stubborn and I don't want to be closed off to things. That's not what I'm trying to do. It's just obviously like subconsciously it just happens. That I just like keep feeling like I don't want to do anything else. Like I've only ever wanted to do this.
You to do those things.
Exactly.
This is great because it's one week of your life, right? 1 work week of your life. That's it. That's all you need to put towards this. And then you can either say, fuck it, don't want to do anything still and I just want to sit here and be sad and like figure it out, then that's fine. Or you might discover something awesome.
Totally. I'm hoping for the discovering something awesome part, but
yeah.
Who knows what can happen. All right, Jake, I'm excited and very nervous.
Damn, I didn't know that this was what was gonna come out of this conversation.
I didn't expect it at all. I literally just thought of this on the fly.
I'm going to put real, like, serious thought into this and do things that I like, write things that I legitimately think that you would enjoy or be good at. Because you might not think you're going to enjoy them, but you might be really good at them. And you might not realize that you're really good at them.
Okay. I'm scared and excited. And I also kind of want to throw up right now.
It's great. That's how you should feel. I kind of want to throw up. Is that weird?
You're nervous for me.
I just hope. I don't know. I don't think you're gonna necessarily discover what you want to do for the rest of your life from this, but it might make you realize a path that you want to explore.
Totally. I agree with you. I'm open to it.
Hell yes.
Your smile that you keep giving me, though, is really scaring me.
I'm just pumped that you're open to do something like this because it's gonna be great.
I'm almost always open to everything. It's just sometimes I need a little push. And right now, this is a little push that I need
I love it.
to do what I got to do, get shit done.
My AirPods. Oh, what the hell? My AirPods keep dying. Oh shit. And I keep switching ears because I put one back in the case to charge it, and then it charges, and then I put it back in my ear, and then I charge the other one.
That is the worst system ever.
Is this not the biggest problem you've ever heard?
Total first world problem for sure. Like,
I think
no one else has that problem except for
I think
people who
I'm-
also have them.
very delayed, by the way.
Well, because your internet sucks or my internet sucks. Somebody's internet sucks. It's just the way it is sometimes. There's not much we could do about it.
Yeah, your reactions are longer than they used to be. Either that or you're really high right now.
I'm not high. I wish I was.
Talking to you right now is like trying to talk to my sister on the phone. I'll like say something and then she'll like take an awkwardly long period of time to pause. And I'm like, hello.
She's
I
trying to
don't know
think
why
about
she
her
does it because she doesn't do that
response.
in person. Maybe
She's-
she doesn't do that in person though.
Well, maybe because like in person, she knows when you're done talking. Over the phone, you just don't know.
Okay. Follow up on the 5 things and then I'll come up with a list. What are 5 things? You don't necessarily have to give me all of them right now. 5 things that you would absolutely never do in your life.
Oh God.
Where one is work with children. So nothing that involves children.
Well, nothing that involves children every single day. Because it could still involve children. It just can't be like if it's every day. I don't have the patience.
So you can
Um,
never do AJ's job.
No. Oh my God. I give AJ so much credit for being a
Same.
teacher. I'm like,
I could
dude,
not.
I don't know how the hell you do it. Because kids
He's a
are
special
just,
ed teacher too, isn't he?
yeah, he is. Mm-hmm.
That's a hard job.
He's a special certain kind of guy that can do that because I know I can't.
I just don't have patience for children.
I also like I'm not that I'm bad at it. Okay, let me think of the right way to phrase this. I wouldn't be able to not take my work home with me every single day
Mm.
because I do genuinely care about kids, even though some of them are shitheads. I do really care about kids. So I know that if I were to be a teacher or something where I'm dealing with kids every single day, like I wouldn't be able to come home and just be like, well, that was a crazy day. Like I'd be like, oh my God, this one did this and that one did that. And how can I help this one? And it would just like, I would constantly be worrying about it.
What are other things that you would never do in life?
I hate being a secretary.
Okay.
I hate sitting at a desk and answering phones and like doing paperwork bullshit. Like, no, I don't. Personally, I can't. I know a lot of people are very good at it and they thrive in that and good for them. I can't. I'm
Good
too
for
like, like, I got to be doing this. I got to be doing that. Like, I need to like be talking to people and interacting with people and doing things and like answering the phone and interacting with people to ask them like 4 questions of the same questions. Just, it doesn't do it for me.
Okay.
What else?
No working with children every day. No secretary / paperwork job.
What else would I not do? Anything that's like way too physical. Because your girl gets to a point, she's like, I can't do this anymore.
Oh, I love it.
Moderate physical doings.
I wish coronavirus wasn't a thing because we could legitimately have you do jobs with people,
Oh, yeah.
but that's just not going to happen right now.
Not right now. No. What else do I literally hate that I wouldn't be able to do? I'm pretty much open to everything else.
Okay, that's a good place to start.
Yeah, it's not that bad, right?
It's not
only 3
true, but
things.
it's a good place to start.
What do you mean it's not true?
You're not open to everything else. You're such a fucking liar.
I'm mostly open to
I'm going to come up with things and then you're going to be like, actually, that's not,
No,
on my
promise.
list of things.
I promise that if you give me a good reason for why I would be good at it, that I will do it.
Okay.
Promise.
And you have to spend a full workday doing it.
Yes, full work day.
You can take a lunch break, I guess.
Pinky promise. Kiss it.
That's the thing?
Yes, you got to kiss the pinky promise.
Oh,
Otherwise, it's not legit.
never heard of that.
Duh.
Big life things.
Yes. I also need to get a job because I'm about to be a DT and I need to provide for this baby that's not mine.
You just casually drop that into the conversation.
Well, okay. Not that it's not. No, it's actually getting more exciting. I was going to say it's not as exciting as when we first found out, but it's actually getting more exciting because it's getting closer to actually meeting my nephew.
So your brother is having a baby boy. I didn't know it was a boy.
Yeah, we just found out
That's
recently.
so exciting.
My little brother is having a baby boy. I'm very excited.
Wow.
I was very nervous at first because that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, what was your reaction when he told you?
Well, for one, he told me when I was high. So I just stared at him for a very long period of time and I was like, okay. That's not where I thought this conversation was going. But all right. And then I sat there and I was like, okay. And he was like, stop saying okay. And I was like, okay. I didn't know how to react. It took me like a second to process what the hell was going on. And I just really wasn't expecting it. I thought he was going to tell me that he proposed to his girlfriend. And instead he told me that he's going to have a baby. So I was like, what?
Same thing.
Both big life decisions. So it's
Yeah.
not like one is bigger than the other. I wasn't
Did
expecting.
you just say proposing is not bigger than having a child?
I think they're both equally big decisions in life.
I don't know about that.
Which one do you think is bigger, having a baby or getting
A
married?
child.
Really? I feel like they're both pretty big.
Oh, well, I'm thinking the proposal because before you're married, it's whatever. But if you're having a baby and you decide you're having a baby, you're having a baby.
Totally. So, but this is the thing. I feel like marrying someone and having a baby are both equally major life decisions.
I disagree with you on that one a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess making sure another
'Cause
life
once-
is sustaining is a big deal.
When you have a
but-
baby, you have another life to take care of. When you get married, you are just married.
Yeah, but you still need to take care of that person. I think you're forgetting what marriage really is. our entire generation tends to do that.
I think snot just flew out of my nose.
Cute.
So cute.
Like when you're getting married to someone, you're promising to take care of that person for your whole life, no matter what happens. Yeah, that is a very long time because who knows how long you're going to live. You could live to be 98 and so could he or she. That's a long ass time.
I hope that I live to be 98.
Like I look at my grandparents, they're 85. They've been married since, oh my God, since my grandma, I think was 19 or something like that.
Wow.
So that's a long ass time that you're dealing with that person forever. And every life decision you make is with that person, which makes that your big life decision.
If you want to get out of a marriage, you can get out of a marriage. It's not really as easy to get out of a baby.
You're looking at it so fucked up because we're so used to everyone getting divorced that's just your whole thought process is oh, there's an easy way out just in case it's a bad decision.
I mean, there is. No matter how fucked up it is to think like that, it is an easy decision.
That's not supposed to be the way that it is, though. It's supposed to be that when you have a hard times, you're supposed to go through them together and literally come out the other side still married.
Yeah, that's why I'm still single.
Well, anyway,
I'm not having children.
my brother is going to bring another life into this world.
Well, you're going to be an aunt.
Yeah, I'm going to be a DT.
That's so wild.
I'm really excited.
When is the baby due?
February.
Shit.
I'm going to be the coolest aunt ever, and I can't wait for him to like me so much more than my brother.
See, my niece is 2. She just turned 2, and she doesn't know who I am.
Doesn't know who you are?
No.
What do you mean?
It's really sad because I don't see them a lot. I don't see them. My nephew is now 9, I think. And
Oh my God, Jake.
I've been in his life his entire life, so of course he knows who I am. I've like, when he was 1 year old, I took him to college, and he hung out with me at college for a day, and it was awesome.
You were
But
trying to
in
get
like,
girls, weren't you?
it worked, and I was like there.
You're the fucking worst. I knew that had to be it.
But I saw him a lot because I was in high school. No, I was in college, so I would be home for long periods of time. That was in English. But my niece, I don't live by I mean, I live close to them, but not that close where I'm there every weekend. And so she just has no idea who I am, and it's really sad. So you not living in California right now is going to be awesome when that baby's born.
That was the first thing that I said because I found out that he was going to have a baby a week after I was let go. Or no, the same weekend. Same weekend that I was let go. I was let go on a Friday. That Sunday, I found out that he was having a baby. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I
The
looked
universe.
at AJ, my boyfriend, and I was just like, well, I guess I figured out why I wasn't supposed to be in Cali anymore because Tyler's going to have a baby.
The universe is so weird sometimes.
And I want to be a part of my nephew's life, obviously, as much as I possibly can. So I'm happy that out of all of the shitty, like the shitty way that I'm feeling right now and all of the shitty everything that happened from losing my job, at least I get to be home and I get to be around when my nephew's born.
Is your brother living with you right now?
No, but he lives in New Jersey. He's not far. He's like 45 minutes away.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, it's really not.
Yeah, my brother is like an hour and a half, probably, no, almost 2 hours from me.
All right, well, now you have a car, so you have no excuse
Exactly.
not to see your niece.
Like I went home this weekend just because.
Good.
And I saw them.
I
And my
love
niece
that.
has no idea who I am. And I was like, oh, this is so sad.
Well, now you know that you can make it a point to see her more because they grow up so fucking fast and you definitely want to be
Yeah.
a part of all of that. And I'm glad that you can make that happen now. And if you don't, I will hold you so accountable, Jake.
Oh, see, I would love to be like super heavy involved in their lives
Okay, good.
because
So do it.
I'm going to. Well, my nephew just got a phone, funny enough. He's 9 and he just got an iPhone. He used to have an iPad, so he had like a phone number associated, or I would text him through his email or something. But he never responds to my text. I'm like, how am I supposed to have a good relationship with you if you don't even respond to my fucking text messages? But he just got a.
too cool for you.
I know, seriously. But now that he has a phone, I'm just gonna randomly FaceTime him all day.
Good. It's so important. Like seriously, so important. I'm so excited to be the cool aunt that just spoils the shit out of him. But this is the thing. I need a job first so I can spoil this kid that isn't even mine.
Well, the good news is for the first however many years of their life, a lot of years of their life, you don't need to buy them anything extravagant to make them happy.
Very solid point.
So you have lots of time to find a job before you have to buy them any sort of gift that they can actually appreciate.
I like the way you're thinking.
Right? Because you
That's
buy
very
them
true.
a fluffy doll and it's like, oh.
Yeah. And then they just don't give a shit about it anymore. And it gets thrown in the corner.
Yep. You know how many different things my nephew's been into? It was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and then it was like dinosaurs, and then it was like whatever that game is that everyone plays. It's just always changing. So you can't spend that much money on one gift because they'll just forget about it in a year.
You're totally right. I was the kid, my brother and I, where we would play with the boxes that toys came in instead of the actual toys.
Oh my gosh.
So my parents used to be like, why the fuck are we wasting money on these crazy ass toys when they just want to play in the fucking box?
That's amazing. I feel like you've told this story before, and I don't know why you've told it before.
I don't know why either.
But I've definitely heard this story.
You're having a weird deja vu moment?
Yes.
Oh, why would I ever say that though?
I don't know. Okay, here's the real debate. And I'm going to have this debate with you in a year from now.
Oh, God.
Well, in a year from January. Do you get the child presents for every holiday
I mean,
when they're newborns? Like, let's say the first 2 years of their life.
Christmas and their birthday, yeah. But what they're getting, like it's a he. So what he's getting from me at least is going to be like bonds. So that, yeah, I'm going to put money in bonds so that as he gets older, they appreciate and value. And then he could do something like what I did. I paid for some of my student loans in bonds.
Damn, that's thoughtful as hell.
Yeah. And like, because, okay, like you said, I can get him a stuffed animal. Awesome. Fantastic. He doesn't give a fuck about the stuffed animal after he's done playing with it for a week. So why not put something that's actually going to be used later that he's going to be like, holy shit, Didi Ricki always had my fucking back.
Damn. See, I should have started doing that for my nephew 9 years ago.
You
He could
can
have
still
a
do
lot
it
of money.
now. Do it now. You could put like more money in a bond and then get him some stupid little whatever fucking toy he likes.
I gotta add this to my black book of ideas.
Hell yeah. Or stocks, one or the other. Either way, great things to give these kids because it's investments for the future. Because when they're little, it's like they don't fucking know any better. They don't know shit.
Can you buy stocks for a child?
I think that you can. There's a specific way that you have to do it, though. I looked it up one time and it's very complicated. So bonds are just easier. But you can buy
Well,
kids stuff.
bonds. I don't even know what a bond is. It's like you buy it once and then that's it, right?
Yeah,
Because
you
the
buy.
stock you can like trade it and you buy and
Mhm.
sell and buy and sell.
Yeah. And that's
Like
also
hopefully,
you would have to hope that the kid cares about stocks when they get older because who knows if he or she would actually give a fuck.
right? I mean, I didn't give a fuck about stocks until 6-7 months ago.
But who knows? You can end up putting money into a stock that ends up by the time that they're 28 or 27, they have a stupid amount of money. And then they're like, oh shit, I can sell these stocks for a lot of money. Who knows? But a bond is just literally a piece of paper. Like you give the bank, I think you go to the bank, like $100 for a bond. And it's a piece of paper. But as like time goes on, it appreciates in value and becomes more money and more money and more money. It does fluctuate though, I think, just like stocks do.
Interesting. We're gonna have to look into this.
But it's not as like drastic as stocks because stocks one day you're like, oh my God, I'm up $10,000. And the
Right.
next day you're like, and I have absolutely no money now. So it's way more dramatic with stocks. Bonds aren't that dramatic.
Do you know what's awesome?
What?
That we learned about this in public school.
Well, I went to private school until high school and I still didn't learn shit from that.
Well, fuck school.
Yeah.
Because they didn't teach us. I don't need to know the fucking Pythagorean theorem, whatever the
Can't
fuck
even
it
say
is.
it correctly. Who fucking needs it?
Exactly. Cursive. What the fuck did I waste all that time of my life writing cursive?
I still kind of write in like half cursive.
Oh, you're one of those weirdos.
It's like half cursive, half print.
Is that why you're trying to stay in radio because you still write in cursive?
Oh,
Too
is that
soon?
like,
Too soon?
yeah. Damn. Okay, this is where I say bye now. Goodbye. Close his laptop.
Speaking of too soon, it's time.
For what? What are we doing now? Oh, Hot Mess Express. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm really excited about this one.
You sent it to me and I didn't want to read it, but I'm happy that I did read it.
What do you mean you didn't want to read it?
Because I was hoping it was one of those things where you're like, oh, I'll read to you on the podcast and get your real reaction.
Oh, no. I wanted to make sure that you agreed that this was the best one that we got.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And it is the best one that we got. And it's freaking fantastic. All right. So you ready to hear it?
I'm so ready to hear it again.
Because it might be
For the
different
first
from when you
time.
read it to yourself. You never know.
It's true. I can't read.
Okay, so we'll call this person Melissa. And she said, I was out to a bottomless mimosa brunch with a friend, had way too many mimosas and not enough food. Long story short, drank a couple more vodka slushies and had plans for a first date with this guy. He met up with me. Things were fine. But I kind of blacked out for part of the date and don't remember leaving the restaurant. And then the next thing I knew, I was throwing up in his car as he drove me home. Definitely not how I planned my first date.
Oh,
Rough.
that's bad.
So Melissa
Also,
wins the title of
incredibly
the,
dangerous.
oh yeah, not a good idea. But Melissa wins the title of Hot Mess Express Conductor.
Oh yeah, she 100% takes the title away from whoever the other one was.
Oh, it's just so
The other story,
cringy.
our first Hot Mess Express was somebody using
Oh, I think
hand
it was
soap
soap as
instead of
toothpaste.
Oh, that's nothing. You think your life is a hot mess? We're stealing that conductor hat right off of your head.
But this is the thing. We want all stories of any way that your
Yeah.
life was just a hot mess because you never know. That
So-
week, you may beat out the person next to you because maybe your weird story about eating hand soap by accident is more hot mess than the other person.
Ugh. I mean, that's always a hot mess. So did we ever get a follow-up from what happened?
With a date,
Did they go on a second date? Did they talk after the date?
I assume that there is no second date, but I didn't ask. It's a little rude to ask, just in case.
Is it?
I feel like, yeah, it's a little
I
much.
don't think so. If you're sharing this intimate story about your life with us, I feel like we have the right to ask you whatever the hell we want to ask you.
Yeah, but maybe that's just the level that she want to go to is just that. And then wanted to stop it there. It's also just like you feel bad for the person and you're like embarrassed for them. So you don't want to make it worse.
Oh, see, you're way too nice. I'm always like, tell me more.
That's because your life is a total disaster and you just want to feel better.
Yeah, so I like living off of other people's misery. That's why I talk to you every day. That's fucked up. I don't mean that.
Thanks for
mean.
that.
I don't mean that at all.
I hate you so much. So fucking much.
Oh, smile and wave, boys.
Well, congratulations to Melissa because she is the conductor of the Hot Mess Express. And you could be, in 2 weeks, the other conductor of the Hot Mess Express because it changes every 2 weeks.
It's not a other conductor. It's a new conductor.
New conductor. You're right. Wrong wordage. My bad. New
Wordage.
conductor. New conductor of the Hot Mess
Good
Express
wordage.
because we know that is a very coveted title around here.
Yes. So DM us on Instagram at 20SDN podcast. Your
And
hot mess stories. And I will
what
definitely
else?
follow up with more questions.
Oh my God, you're the worst. But where else can everybody find us?
I already said that. Twitter, same thing. You can text us 201-588-5139. Or also, did you know you can watch every episode in full on YouTube? You can see our ugly faces. I mean, my
Heck
ugly
yes.
face, your face is nice.
Oh, thanks, Jake. See, that was a compliment I needed.
I had to end it on a nice note because I just shit on you so hard.
Yeah, you did. So thank you for that.
I can ask this, what's her name? Melissa, more questions, right? You cool with that?
Jake.
I'm so curious. Okay,
Ask
she'll listen
her-
to this, and then if you want to tell us what happened, I'm really curious. So please DM us.
Okay. Or you can ask her, but you first have to say, do you mind if I ask you more questions? Be polite about it, Jake.
Okay, fine.
Don't
I'll
just
be
go
polite.
all in right away. Be like, oh, are you going on another date?
I mean,
Oh,
she went all
does
in
he
with
hate
us.
you? Yeah,
Does
but
he hate
like,
you?
we asked her to.
Like, there's so many questions we need to know. Like, who cleaned up the throw up? Like, did she Venmo him if she didn't clean up the throw up for whatever it cost to clean the car?
Okay.
Who
you
paid for
ask
the
her-
date? I have so many questions.
You ask her the fucked up questions that nobody wants to answer, but first be polite about it.
Okay, I will be polite and then ask her the fucked up questions.
Fantastic. We'll have a follow up next week then.
Great.
For everybody else that's wondering, just as many questions as you are.
We have so many things coming up that I'm excited about.
Do we?
Yeah, I keep adding. My new thing is I'm adding things to my book for next week when we talk about it so that we don't forget. And so this way, like, when we're about to talk, I'm like, oh, remember, we have to talk about this and this and this. And then it makes us look organized.
I'm so proud of you. I don't know what I would do in this life without you.
I don't know. If I lose this book, I'm so fucked.
Don't lose the book.
I'm not going to lose it. Keep it in the same spot every day.
Someone's going to take it. You know, there's those little trolls that just steal your stuff. That's a thing.
Oh, next. Yeah.
It's the only
I don't know who they
explanation
are.
for my socks.
For your socks.
I constantly
where do-
lose one sock.
Why did they only take one? Why did they not
Just
want to take
one.
both socks?
Because I want to piss you off. They sit in the corner and they watch you and they giggle at how
Yeah.
annoyed you are.
Next weekend, I'm having a friend issue, and we are going to talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now I get to psychoanalyze you this time.
Yeah, I think that you're going to, I don't want to say be on my side, but I think you will see where I'm coming from here.
Ooh, we'll find out. Also, you got to give me those 5 things I got to do.
5 things. Yes, I'm not going to forget about that. I'm going to work on that this week.
Amazing.
100%.
Fantastic. All right.
And
Catch you
then
next
we're going to
week.
look into bonds.
Amazing. Catch
gonna
you
get
next
bonded.
week. We're
See
not
ya.
getting bonded. I hate you so much.
Oh, God.
That was so corny.